Hi there, a very good morning and good afternoon to all of you, depending on wherever you're hearing me, and very good evening to all of you from India and people who are watching from India. I'm live in this live session with you all as promised around 9 p.m. and would like to discuss with you a lot of points with regard to the market as to where it is headed, and plus we'll answer your queries. We'll begin with the market analysis in a bit and then we'll answer your queries as well. Let more people join in. Hopefully, you will be having pretty good days with investments. Yes, it is a choppy November that we have seen after a stellar October, and by end of October, we did extremely well by 17th, 20th of October, and then the decline began. So 18,600 was the top, and now we are sitting on 17,000 on tender hooks just below the 100 DMA. And my fear is we could go down a lot further from here. So we'll discuss about that. Uh, okay. Uh, yeah, hi Shrikant. I have been having live sessions every week twice, so I think you were out, so you were not here. But now it's good that you have joined us. Pandey Subramaniam, hi. Thanks a lot for all the support. Good evening. Santosh, hi. Thanks for supporting on YouTube. Uh, I'll discuss about stocks as well. Hello to all of you. So it is a Sunday evening, and with the way the SGX Nifty has behaved on Friday evening, early Saturday, it looks like we're going to have a gap down opening. So we'll discuss about the market in earnest in a bit in the next 3 4 minutes. Apart from that, I would like to discuss with you one of the stocks, marquee stocks that have been declining from the top, but looks attractive to me. So we'll discuss about that as well. It is from the housing space, you can say home improvement space, or in that sector. So we'll discuss about that as well. So basically, I hope that for investors this is a good time to buy into the market. You can never find a bottom, so that's my call. If you feel like that, okay, 16,000 could be a bottom or 14,000 will be a bottom and I'll wait for it, you'll keep waiting. What you need to do as an investor who is looking to invest for 2 3 4 years time frame, keep accumulating on every 3 400 point decline. uh, so at current levels buy, and then buy at 16,600, 16,200. If you see that below 16,000, then 15,500, then 15,000, and like that. For traders, it's a slightly tricky situation, and for the past month or so, I have also become a sort of a 3 to 6 months trader of sorts, and have changed my mindset towards the market that is currently going on. So for us, it is becoming extremely difficult now to understand as to how to go about making money on the long side. For those who short the market, it's not that difficult, and people do go ahead and short the market and make money, but I'm not one of those. I look to make money on the long side, so it is slightly tough at the moment. And we'll see how it goes. So let's begin the session by talking about the market. So markets finished the day at 17,026 on Friday. So on Thursday evening, we had the session, just around that time there was news of this third type of, third major type of variant that has come out, and this one is not found to be very lethal, but it can spread extremely quickly, and we have very little information about it. And just before the live session that we are having currently, I've come to know that Netherlands have had around 13 cases already. There are cases in Europe, there is a case in Israel, there are a number of cases in South Africa, and all of southern African countries. So thing is spreading. This pandemic could well, I don't want to sound very pessimistic here, but things are not looking that great. And so considering all that, I feel that the market will have a shakeout even more in this week. I think in the next 3 4 days, we will see heavy selling in the market. Uh, Contrary to what I believed about a week ago, that the market could bottom out at 17,100, I would say that we are headed much lower. So we'll discuss about the levels here. Thanks a lot, Anurag, for your suggestion. See, gold, I think you can buy at these levels. It has declined a lot, but I think you'll get more opportunities to buy in March and April as well. I think the best of the season for gold between September to November is perhaps over. I think we are going to see decline. You can say sectorally in all of the asset classes, be it Bitcoin, gold, or stocks. So it's not going to be that you're going to find you're going to find, you can say, safe haven this way or that way. So wait for further decline in all asset classes to get in, but yes, you can accumulate at these levels. As far as the camps is concerned, very positive, but again, you have to wait for the market to bottom out and then look to buy. Don't try to buy into a situation where it's like a falling knife. So wait for some sort of bottom formation and then get in. Maybe it will take a week's time, and then yes, definitely buy the stock long term. Very positive on the stock. So coming back to the markets, I believe that now that 17,150 100 is taken out, for sure, I don't think it's going to be reclaimed so easily. And tomorrow we are going to have a gap down opening, perhaps around 16,850 870. What I feel for tomorrow is that the market could bounce for 50 70 points in the morning in the first 10 15 minutes, and then heavy selling will engulf, and we could see 16,600 tomorrow. 16,600 tomorrow, and we could see even lower levels in the next 2 3 days. So I believe that the 200 DMA, that is 16,100, could be where in the vicinity of which the market is headed now. I don't see any support between 17,000 and 16,100. It doesn't mean that the market may fall 800 points, 900 points in a day. But over the next week, I see 16,100 coming. I will not be surprised at all if the market collapses tomorrow even further and goes down 3 to 500 points. I mean, I'm talking of the Nifty all the time when I talk about the market. So, uh, I think 16,100 is a level where one can definitely think of buying big. One can definitely think of putting in at least 30 to 40% of your capital, because below that, it would really become, the market will become very, very attractive. So it could be that we'll go to 15,800 or so, but the stocks cannot just fall vertically the way it did last time around. I don't see the same sort of 38% decline in the market from the top what happened last time around, but I do see a 14 15 13 to 15% correction, and that's where 16,000 comes in. Many people believe that we are headed towards 14,000, and that is perhaps a sign that we will not go to 14,000, 14,500. So there is a semblance of panic setting in, and this panic will become even large over the next 1 week when the market goes 1,000 points lower. I have a feeling that at 16,000, a lot of people will turn out bearish, very bearish, and that is the time to be bullish. So it's a game of greed and fear. Right now there is fear in the market, but there is no extreme fear. So at 16,000, I suppose if the market falls 1,000 points say in 3 days, then you will see real fear in the market and people talking about 14,000, 14,500, and all that. I have a feeling that 16,100 may be breached for a while or for a day, and people will be very much thinking of the fact that now that the 200 DMA has been broken, that we are headed much lower. So anything can happen. It's a developing story. Things can go this way or that way. Yes, we can definitely fall even more than 16,000, but you have to understand that if this situation of the pandemic is taken care of, this way or that way, even if it is a very bad virus and something is going to happen with that, if there is no clarity, then the market is going to be in a free fall. If there is some clarity that comes around, if there is clarity with respect to whatever is happening, then I think market will start going up. And that's what happened during 2020, that even though there was shutdown in the Indian economy, the market reversed. So there has to be clarity in the market before the market thinks that it has to go up. Any type of uncertainty is not liked by the market, and that's why the volatility has gone up so much. So the VIX is headed towards 26, 28, and that it could be a level where you can probably see the markets around 16,300, 200, and around 30 VIX being at 28, 30 is probably where you should really put in the money, because a lot of volatility means a lot of panic in the market. And that's where you need to really punch in your buy orders and just sit. Because yes, you could definitely go down another 4 500 points from there, but not much of a downside is left from 16,000. And if the market really has to go down, it could really go down to 14,000, 13,000. But we cannot wait for say a thing that okay, a bottom is found and then let it go up and then we'll buy. Yes, you can definitely do that. One can do a different strategy, that let the market fall, let the bottom be made, and I'll buy 4 500 points higher. The problem with that is currently what is happening is that the market is over the last 6 years, 5 years, what has happened is market has behaved very differently from what used to happen a decade ago. Because it used to take at least 6 to 8 months for a 1,000 point or a 10%, let's say a 10 to 15% Nifty fall, usually required around 4 to 6 months. Right now, a 10 to 15% Nifty fall happens within 2 weeks. So a reversal would happen in the same manner. So you won't get chance to buy into very good quality, top quality companies when the reversal take place. You'll keep waiting for some sort of a decline in the stock to buy, and the stock will not show the decline. So it's better to buy. Perhaps the best strategy would be, if you have some money, whatever money, and you divide it. So let's say that money is, let's say, 100, then you have to divide it by buying some, say, 20 rupees now, 30 at around 16,600, and 50 or 30 to 50 more at 16,000. I am not I'm not someone who would say that you keep looking for further declines to buy into the markets. You have to take a call on where the market could be headed as the lowest point. I believe that 16,000 should hold up, unless something really big comes around with the pandemic thing, and really comes out that everything has to shut down, the complete economy and all. Yes, the market may fall another 1,000 points, but you have to agree with me on one thing, that the government, it would take a lot for the government to again shut down the economy. I don't see it happening that easily here in India, and most of the companies that are listed in the market are Indian centric. So that's my opinion. I think we are headed towards 16,000. We are headed towards 16,100 over the next 1 week, not even a month or 15 days or something. I think by Thursday or Friday, we could see 16,100 uh, on the ticker. And by then, in the next 4 or 5 days, there will be a lot of clarity with respect to the pandemic that we are faced with. All right. And one more thing I want to add here, that people do are talking about inflation. People are talking about the Fed rate hike and the tapering thing and many other things. I felt that by 17,200, when it touched 17,200, uh, the these things were priced in by the market. So the market fell from 18,600 to 17,000 exactly because of this reason of tapering early by the US Fed. And the fact that, I'm sorry, the fact that inflation was going up. So I think that is priced in. The joker in the pack happened when these, you can say, infections kept cropping up here and there and everywhere. So I think this needs to be, there needs to be a clarity on this front before the market reverses. This is the only thing I believe that the market is waiting for, and probably a week's time is required for that. And over this 1 week period, you will see the market go down another 1,000 points. That's my assessment, 800 to 1,000 points. All right, so I'm ready to answer your queries. Kindly use the super chat super sticker feature. That will help me grow channel. Help you also ask me questions and eke out answers in greater detail. Plus, at the end of the video, in a few minutes, I'll talk about the stock that I wanted to talk to you about. Okay, just will answer some queries for the next 3 4 minutes. Any concern to Tata Elxsi and CDSL? I don't think there is any concern with Tata Elxsi or CDSL. If markets go down 1,000 points, these stocks will go down at least 4 5%, 7%. You have to be ready for that. A lot of queries about Sequence Scientific. I have cleared that in my last live session as well. That the stock may be headed towards 150, 145. I don't know, but we have to now wait for the January quarter, or at least for January, because at that point of time we'll come to know as to how the shareholding pattern looks like. If there is Carlyle, and Carlyle with the major holding is there present, and there is no selling by them, I don't think there is anything to worry about. This quarter of Sequent will not be great. March quarter will not be good, and that's why the selling is happening. I would say wait for December quarter results and get into the stock in February. Probably the results would be out. After results, you can probably buy the stock. Nathan, thanks for your contribution. Planning to sell India Mart and Info Edge, and just a second. Planning to sell India Mart and Info Edge and consolidate into Indian Energy Exchange 3 years time. Uh, Info Edge is fine. I don't think you need to sell Info Edge. Probably you would be in loss, and that's why you would think. I think Info Edge at 5,800 or closer to 5,300 is a very good buy. 10% down from here. If the market falls 1,000 points, you could see the stock down 7 8% even more. So I think keep with Info Edge. Yes, IEX is also a very good stock, and you should buy that from a 3 years perspective. On any declines, IEX can be bought. So both Info Edge and IEX is a buy. uh, India Mart is something you can exit it, because I feel that it is slightly expensive, and with numbers not going to be the same as during the shutdown last year. So I think India Mart intimation is a sell with in that respect. All right. Okay, what are the queries? Let me have a look. Okay, Kilpest view after new COVID breakout. Say Kilpest could head towards 550 600. There's no doubt about it. It's a long term story, long term 2000 over 3 to 4 years. Very much possible. Keep accumulating on bad days and patiently hold for the next 3 to 4 years. Methanol, I have no comments to make on the metal stocks. I don't track that much, and I would advise people not to invest into, you can say, commodity stocks unless they know about the commodity cycle. So Larsen and Toubro Infotech is good. TCS is good on declines as a portfolio stock. All right. Godrej Agrovet, I have no comments. I think Godrej Consumer and Godrej Properties good stocks to buy into at these levels and on declines. See, will FII keep selling? I don't know, but this has been 7 8 months. I think that would also be on the cusp of ending the selling by the FIIs. I believe that going forward, you will see that FII selling should abate by January or February. Normally, historically, it hasn't happened that 7 8 9 months of heavy selling happens and buying doesn't happen. I think at 16,000, I'm sure FIIs would come back to buy into. Mastech, a disclaimer, I might be having the stock. 2300 is the next support, 2350. There's a chance it could head towards there, but 3000 possible over the next 1 year on Mastech. Okay. So please advise Titan or DMart, which is better for long term. Where tough to say, both are very good. Uh, I can't pick one, but valuation wise, I would say Titan looks better, but DMart around 4500 would look very attractive. So both you can split the money into both from a long term perspective. All right. So the stock I wanted to talk to you about was Polycab, and this stock has not fallen that much. In fact, in the last round of selling, which stopped around 17,200, this stock actually did not even go to the 20 DMA. So I believe Polycab is a very good buy around 2200 at these levels till 2000. So if there is a chance that stock falls during this fall over the next 3 4 days, you could look at the stock at around 2100 to 2050 to buy into. From a 2 to 3 year perspective, it's a good 50 to 70% appreciation that is possible. The margins are expanding, they are gaining more market share, and the numbers are pretty good. It's showing everything what is required by an investor to look into a very good company. So they are gaining a lot of market share. Yes, the market share expansion may stop at this point of time. PE expansion has taken place, but earnings will grow over the next couple of years. So Polycab in this kind of free fall is a buy around 2000 levels or so. So that's my stock call that I wanted to share with you. All right. Dixon is a very good buy at current levels and on declines to 4700, 4600 if it comes. I doubt if those levels would come, but it could be possible if the market crashes from here. So again, these are good levels, but whatever you buy now, have an idea that they could go down 10 15% even more. Plus you would might have to wait between 12 to 18 months at least to get your prices. There could be a chance of that as well. So be careful while buying it in the current scenario. If you are a risk averse, if you can't take a lot of risk, then wait out, let everything clear up, let the market go up 5 600 points from the bottom, and then buy into the stock safely. If you can take some risk and you're okay with another 10 15% down, say drawdown on your portfolio, yes, you can keep accumulating and buy in this fall during this week, the next week. So CDSL may go down another 6 to 8%. Another disclaimer that I have the stock. So 6 to 8% decline is possible on CDSL. 1330, 1320, very good levels to buy. They are very good supports. I don't see much downside, and CDSL is going to come up with bumper numbers. I'm pretty confident about it for December and March. So it's a very good buy, say 5 to 7% from current levels. All right. Previous Denpro, I've already discussed about the salary issue, and there are see issues with salary with respect to them getting a large salary. Apart from that, the numbers are pretty good. You can buy around 200 to 10 and hold on to the stock from a 3 4 year perspective, but there are issues with the company. I say Birlasoft now it could go down to 430, 440, 425, and those will be good levels to accumulate. I don't have a call on the other stock, but Birlasoft, yes, around 430 to 420 could be good levels. Actually, Glasscoat has produced magnificent numbers over the years, but I would suggest that you buy into liquid stocks, not illiquid stocks. Buy into larger companies, larger mid caps, which are greater than 10 15,000 crore market cap. Uh, that would be my suggestion with the kind of market that we are in at the moment. Uh, I would say Tata Elxsi. I would say Tata Elxsi, but even Happiest Minds below 1200 looks attractive. But valuation wise, Tata Elxsi surprisingly is cheaper. Happiest Minds is trading at 100 times, so that's my call. I don't know about Lectra Infra that you're talking about, so I won't be able to comment on that. No comments on Brightcom Group. I need to analyze and then only can get back to you all. See, pharma stocks, I think this is just a bounce in the pharma sector, probably will continue for 3 4 days, and then things will start correcting as the economy related stocks go up. So I think the bigger rally over the next 2 3 months is still in those economy related, housing related stocks, or even IT stocks, and for that matter, rather than pharma. With the dollar going up, IT will benefit. Even with the pandemic, and even if this sets in, then IT will be one sector that will be benefited because work from home is going on. So yes, pharma could go up in the next few days, but IT is a pretty 3 to 5 months time frame, and consumerism here in India, they'll do well. Thanks a lot, Varun, for your contribution. Yes, you can, but these are not 1 2 month or trading plays. Sanofi and Abbott. Probably Abbott at these levels are very attractive from a 5 year point of view. Same with Sanofi. These are good, very long term portfolio kind of stocks, and preferably for generations 20, 30, 40 years to keep, not for trading that, okay, it's a safe bet, so let's buy it. Because when the market falls, say if Nifty falls 1,000 points or 900 points from here, uh, in the next 4 3 4 days, then nothing will be spared. Yeah, there could be a chance that pharma may go up for a day or two, but in the next 2 days it will fall as well. See, HDFC Life insurance will continue to do well. Don't trade into these stocks, SBI Life, HDFC Life, or even that SBI card kind of a company. Keep accumulating as a long term bet. They will perform well. MTAR Tech is very good in this kind of a decline. It is prudent to buy into the stock from a 2 years point of view, for sure. So HCL Tech, I would prefer buying into better mid cap companies rather than HCL Technology, and there are many into mid cap IT that are available. Clean Science is a very good company, around 1900 to 2000. If you get those levels, another 10% down from here, good levels to accumulate, should perform well over 2 3 years. It's a very, very decent company with high margins, Clean Sciences. See, Colgate is good, but I would prefer buying into mid caps, larger mid caps, into consumer names, into real estate, into you can say housing space, housing ancillary, etc., or IT, rather than buying into those staple FMCG names. Yes, something like Colgate, HUL, Dabur, etc., are good for those who want to buy from a 6 years perspective, a safe 15% CAGR return, very much possible. I've talked about IEX already, so you can reverse the tape and probably have a look. So Paras defense is interesting, and it didn't fall in a falling market, in a heavily falling market. I would say on further declines you can buy, but I'm more looking at larger mid caps rather than these small cap companies. Okay. Again, Hindustan Food, same point. At this juncture of the market, with the way the market is behaving, look at larger mid caps. Hindustan Food is good at current levels. It looks attractive. Even Excel looks good, but it will be very difficult for you to make money in the next 6 months into these stocks. So Sequent, I've already talked about 150, 155 good levels to accumulate, but have a 2 3 year view. And kindly do have a look at the shareholding pattern in January. Okay, I don't have a comment on latent view. Need to analyze the company and then tell you. Acrysel is a top-notch company. Any declines to 770, 760, it's a buy. I think 2000 possible over the next 2 3 years, 2 to 2.5 years time on Acrysel. Okay. I say Somani Home, very attractive at these levels, 400, 390. You can buy into it. A disclaimer, I might be having the stock. Uh, but Acrysel is doing much better, so comparatively, so you can take your pick, or perhaps other ancillary company. I'm perturbed by is the way the stocks have fallen. Stock has fallen after result. Somani Home, that is. Positive on IB real estate. A disclaimer: I might be having the stock. Would be maybe looking to buy into it. IB real estate. I think 240 is possible in the next 1 year. Management change is a big thing. Whatever is happening at the top, so this will trigger a lot of a big move in the stock once the market settles down. Varun, thanks for your contribution. Future of Hero and Bajaj Auto. Future of Hero, Bajaj Auto breaking all levels. Your view with pandemic again. Personal mobility will benefit these. See, what I believe is these kind of companies like ITC, Bajaj Auto, Hero, Eicher, HUL, Dabur, Colgate, many others like this, it's better to buy them from a 5 6 years perspective period. It will be very difficult for you to trade, first of all. Second, if even if you trade, you're going to make 10 15% in one trade, and then it could reverse. So in these large companies, invest big time. The future looks good, very bright for motorcycle companies, because you need to understand that India is a growing economy. It's not a, and it is a developing economy. It's not a developed economy. So there will always be more people buying bikes rather than cars. So this trend will continue at least for the next 4 5 years. So I think Hero, Bajaj, etc. will continue to do well. From a 1 year perspective, I would prefer buying into housing related companies, buying into even a Bajaj Finance type of company, although I don't uh, ever recommend, or I I recommend very less something like financial companies, but Bajaj Finance on further declines is very good buy. All right, Nathan, thanks for your contribution. Divi's or Loris is better for long term. I think Loris could become the next Divi's going forward. The way the numbers are panning out. Yes, had been a correction, and the correction, it was just a correction. It was not something that the stock was bad or something. It's from 730. The stock fell to 470. So Loris at these valuations look very good. And thank you for your contribution. Okay. So Bajaj Finance, as I mentioned, Bajaj Finserv, HDFC, HDFC Life, HDFC Bank, HDFC, the whole domain, and all these kind of companies should always do well, much better in terms of returns, as well as housing related companies, housing ancillary companies, IT. They will continue to perform over the next decade or so. So Tasty Bite is having some issues. I don't know. The way the stock is falling, it doesn't give me confidence. So I would say avoid, wait for the 200 DMA to be taken out on the upside, and then probably look into buying it. NBCC below 40 would be very, very good to buy. I don't know the price at the moment, but around 37, 38, if it comes to, very good levels to accumulate for a target of 54 in the next year or so. Right. All right, guys. Thank you. Thanks a lot for being online. We'll be online again on Thursday evening, and hope to see you then. Kindly do subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon so you can get my videos straight away when I post it. And do support me on Patreon or YouTube. Become a member there, and you hopefully you will get benefited from that. Thank you.